Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, to keep you in the loop, DeepSeek, a Chinese AI, artificial intelligence, bringing a free product online, right? And that's really sent a shockwave through the US equity markets, in particular the Nasdaq. You've got this is like it's huge, right? Because it changes the shape of things. This China's DeepSeek information, right? So. Um, it's a lower cost chips and less data. And this is where Nvidia and the price of Nvidia and a whole bunch of US tech stocks has gone through the roof on those profiles. Now, if this company does come out and it is free and lower cost and everything else, it smashes the market, right? Nvidia is down 17% on Monday, right? So that has sent a huge shockwave through the equity markets. The S&P was down 1.46%. The Nasdaq was down 3%, right? When you're looking at the markets like we do, okay, we're looking at the relationship between the various markets. And what we can see at the moment is like you've got that massive down day, and that sort of saw the dollar really unsettled. You had the Swissy and let me just get the charts up here. Swiss and the yen really appreciating, right? So yen, like the safe haven trade kicked in, and why that is, it's because of the uncertainty around this, and it's causing a shockwave through the equity markets. So you do see a rush to the safe haven. What we're seeing in Asia today is a squeeze back out of that position. Now, I don't think it changes things. I haven't seen any news how this has been debunked, but we are seeing that initial spike down, massively overdone, is squeezing higher. I still like the fact that the dollar was going lower before this, right? So if it is real, the dollar keeps going down, equities get crushed. It's sort of like the wave it. But at the moment in the Asian session, we're seeing that recovery sort of back to where it was beforehand, right? And there's a little bit of gap there in the dollar index, but you can see here where dollar Swiss started. It's almost back there. I still like dollar Swiss down, right? As a technical trade on the dollar, as well as a safe haven buy with the Swiss or the yen. You could be looking to get short dollar yen here as well. Like this is going to screw a lot of people, right? Because everyone's got short on the break back down here. And now, you know what? You're getting squeezed out. At the moment in the Asia session, euro under pressure, sterling, Aussie and Kiwi. Aussie and Kiwi just look like a good sell all day long, right? That's where we are. So just understand it's more of like an uncertain, I wouldn't really call it a geopolitical event, but an uncertain fundamental event that is out of China. There's always a bit of uncertainty there. So just keep an eye on that and try and read up on it as much as you can so you know what the impact is. We've seen the initial impact. We've seen the retracement. Are we back to normal? Well, we'll wait and see how we go with that. Now, looking at the key data today, there's no major like earth-shattering news, right? We've got the US durable goods, which is a good historical number, may give us some sort of direction on the dollar. The S&P Case-Shiller house prices, that's a good number, as well as the consumer confidence, right? So we might get some direction here on the dollar from the sort of second, third tier US numbers. The real action for me is Wednesday, getting prepared for Wednesday's Aussie CPI numbers. Now, the way Aussie has been trading, right, and breaking back down, the issues with China growth, the DeepSeek, everything else, it does point to, well, the DeepSeek could sort of debunk it a little bit because it might take Aussie higher, but Aussie is under pressure. So for me, as I come into looking at the Aussie data on Wednesday, really looking at focusing on the next key event where we know what's going on. Okay, Aussie inflation rate, you've got the quarter on quarter, the year on year is probably the most important. And I'm looking for a weaker number. And that because that really does put pressure on the RBA to cut rates, really firms up the odds there. If I'm looking for, if I get that weak data, buying euro, Aussie, sterling Aussie, selling Aussie, Aussie yen, Aussie CAD, right? And the best setup there for me is definitely Aussie CAD, all right? Now, you can find those economic numbers on the economic calendar page in the live trade hub. And also with the majors, instead of just sort of giving you updates, I'm actually going to be focusing on the pending technical opportunities in the market, right? Euro, sterling, and actually selling dollar Swiss, dollar yen, and the dollar index. Now, today's moves in Asia, it sort of puts a little bit of a question mark over some of those, but we'll see how it plays out. The Asian market is thinner. Understand what you're dealing with. So with that, you do get sort of bigger retracement moves. To me, I think this is it, but we'll have to wait and see. Just keep your eye out for any news about DeepSeek, right? If that turns out to be like a false flag, so to speak, you do get that retracement that we've sort of seen. And that's what I've sort of been looking for. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. If this news comes out one day, then where are we, right? And if this is like just some random news, well, we should see the Nasdaq recover very aggressively. So keep an eye on that, and that will see Euro, Sterling, Aussie, Kiwi go up. If it's confirmed, equities down, Euro, Aussie, Sterling, Euro, Sterling, Aussie, Kiwi down, right? It's not exactly easy. One thing that is for sure, US Treasury yields are slightly lower, right? So you take out this news, the dollar is going down, right? Anyway, we'll see how it plays out. I'll be back with more information earlier tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Goodbye for now.